today's long-term review, I'm going to be going over probably the most used piece of gear next to like my actual physical camera, and that's going to be the tripod that I actually use on a daily basis, which is going to be this small little desk tripod. But before I get into this, I want to explain a couple of reasons why I chose this guy over something like the Joby GorillaPod or a little, basically why I chose this over this. As amazing as this GorillaPod is, and it's really, I mean, I feel like it became really famous from like vlogging, like Casey Neistat kind of vlogging, and just how flexible the thing is and how like versatile the thing can be. Like it can go from being like a regular, like, zoom me out, like a regular like tripod like this, to like being a glorified like selfie stick, something like that. And that's amazing because it kind of does what this does, plus what a bunch of other pieces of gear like this guy can do. Basically, this does what these two things can do in like one package. But there's one reason why I decided not to use this guy, and I gravitated towards using something a little more like less capable, like this. And it's simply going to be, over time, these little ball, like little socket joints right here, they start to wear and they start to just lose their stiffness, and that causes your camera to fall over. And for me, when you're like using an expensive piece of gear like this Sony a7S III I'm shooting on, that's kind of an issue. Last thing you want is your camera to take a nosedive, and that's simply it. Now, if you're like able to buy a new one of these, like I would say probably like every year, then I don't think you really have an issue. But I don't really like having to do that. I just want my gear to work and last for a really long time. And that's where this newer tripod actually came in. It's not super expensive on Amazon. I think you can get it for like $50 or $60-ish, and everything on this tripod is metal, which I really like. It has a ball head that you can like rotate and all of that stuff. I did add this quick release plate. Normally it just comes with just a Arca Swiss plate that you can attach to the bottom of your camera, and then it attaches to here. And then on top of that, it has these legs can go into 3 separate little like locking positions. The first one's going to be completely spread out like this, and then the next one's going to be a little less spread out, a little more like tall, but still pretty like stable. And then the last one's going to be the tallest one, which is like that, which is really convenient. A cool thing about this guy also is if you loosen this little nut right here, you can actually adjust the height even further. I just keep it all the way out because I do use this as a selfie stick when I'm using it to vlog or whatever. But my favorite feature on this tripod is, I think this is genius, but if let's say like you want this tripod to be taller than whatever this is, well, these legs, if you twist them counterclockwise, they extend out. And if you listen really carefully, those different clicks will be how many legs you want. So like if you just want this first leg out, then you just have to click it once and it goes out. If you want the second one, second one, you get the point. I mean, second one like that, third one like that, and fourth one. And it's like that for all of them, and they really do work extremely well. That's probably my favorite little feature because it takes this small desk tripod and makes it a little more versatile, a little taller, and you're able to just get into weird situations or weird, you're able to put the camera in really weird positions that you normally wouldn't be able to. And it's super sturdy. If you can tell, I've like beat this thing pretty good. Like you can see like the scuff marks and stuff. So it does hold up fairly well to abuse. And like I said, this thing is completely metal, and for me, for it being as inexpensive as it is, you can't really go wrong. It just works. It's really dependable, and it's very robust. I've had this thing for over a year and I use it all the time. It's actually replaced a lot of my other tripods like the GorillaPod. So honestly, the only two tripods I really ever use are this guy and then this friction arm. And that's pretty much it. And it provides a super stable platform that I trust. That I trust, like, if I'm going to walk away from the camera after I set it up, I know it's not going to fall over. There's nothing worse than like that little moment in your head when you're walking away from the camera after you set it up, and you're like, I hope it doesn't fall over, or did I set that up correctly? With this, it just takes that stress completely away. If you're interested in this tripod, it'll be linked down below. Yeah. If you enjoyed this video, let me know. If you use something else, like maybe a Manfrotto or something a little more expensive, I'd love to hear why. Maybe it has features that I am missing on this, but for me, this is like all I need, and it's like cheap. So if it ever gets lost or stolen, I'm not going to freak out like I would with a Manfrotto. Okay, that's all I have for you guys. I will see you guys next week with another long-term review.